Welcome into 5 on Your Sideline. I am Corey Miller, and the time to ease into this new high school football season is over.
True.
It's week 3. We have some serious matchups out there tonight.
Couldn't said it better myself, Corey. I'm Annie Crawlin from the Metro East to the Metro Catholic Conference. There were some huge games all over the place. So, Corey, why don't you start us off as per usual?
Let's do it. This is one of the biggest
excited.
ones of the night, and this was a good one. SLU on the road at a sold-out DeSmet, looking for a rivalry victory. Some hard running from the Junior Bills tonight. Jordan Taylor powers his way to the end zone with some help from his teammates. 7-0 SLU. Then, good luck tackling Kyron Lacey at quarterback.
My goodness.
6'2", 270, the big fella can sling it, and he's got some moves too. Great run right there. That's good for a first down. Next up, it's the Mizzou commit, Keenan Harris. You may think he stopped, but he's not. Keeps pushing for another SLU touchdown. The Spartans would go on and get on the board at home thanks to this run coming up from Cam Sharp into the end zone. And the Michigan-bound big man Titan Davis would make a few nice plays in the backfield for DeSmet, but it was SLU's night on the road. They go into DeSmet and beat the Spartans 31-14.
Kirkwood welcoming Lafayette tonight, and this one would come down to the wire. Lancers are going to take to the air, courtesy of Brady Misek. He's going to connect with Tim Washington in the middle, smacked and brought down eventually, but likes moving the change even though he got the big hit. This time it's Cody Keene who's going to take this one all the way to the house. Nobody's going to touch him. Lancers strike first, 6-0. Then Kirkwood's going to decide to go very, very big. Jacob Eberhardt drags it down. Ends up dragging a few defenders as well to the sideline, finally stepping out of bounds inside the 30. And then it's time for Kirkwood to hear about it. Yeah, they're smacked. Then it's one of the best plays of the game. Travis Shores Jr. grabs this one, goes to the sideline, all the way up the left side, dodges everyone. No white jerseys in front of him. So Shores takes that one, tied up 7-7. Kirkwood gets back in it, but Lafayette pulled ahead in the fourth quarter, wins this one 35-28 just in the last few minutes.
Great game there. Great game here. The battle for Belleville. Althoff at Belleville East. East driving. Caden Wood to Kerry Willis. That's a great pass and catch through the defenders. East would score on that drive. Althoff would answer. Logan Thompson comes on with a head of steam. Gets in the scoring range. Not quite in the end zone, but it's okay because of this next play that's coming. Crusader QB Jaden Ellington going to keep it himself and power through for 6 points of his own. Now, East has one of the strongest players in the area. He's a wrestling state champ, Jonathan Rulo, headed for Cincinnati for football. Gets a huge hit on that play. East stood strong as a team as well. They defend home turf in Belleville with a huge 31-17 win over Althoff.
Just down the road from Kirkwood, Vianney was hosting Francis Howell Central tonight. Spartans get things going. Handoff to Ashton Payton, cutting through traffic to midfield. Central first down. Then, starting off the second quarter, it's tight end Jack Brown Supermans his way into the end zone. The 6'5 junior strikes opposed. Central goes up 6-0. Then, Vianney QB Sam Dean is going to answer, finding Noah Williams, takes the long way around to the sidelines. Almost end up hitting my camera, which
watch out, Annie.
We appreciate it. It's fine. Step back. Golden Griffins are going to get inside the 30. Then Dean again throws to Colin Gain. Ref says he breaks the plane, so that's a touchdown. Things get tied at 7, but ultimately Superman and his Spartans get the job done. Francis Howell Central wins this one tonight, 34-21.
Fun matchup here. Francis Howell on the road in the Lions' Den at Cardinal Ritter. First up, Manny Ellis decided he needed to get his cardio in tonight. He covers what feels like the entire field and makes what seems like the entire Vikings defense miss him as he finds his way in for a nearly 50-yard touchdown for Cardinal Ritter. I'm exhausted just watching that.
Did anyone even touch him?
Lions driving again, but Howell stood strong. This tackle right here from Brady Tanner was part of a turnover on downs. But Ritter had the firepower tonight. Ryland Moore to Elijah Lucas. That's a pretty touchdown. And guess what? That connection was so good, they just decided to do it again, this time from long range. Another TD for Lucas as the Lions go on to pounce all over Francis Howell tonight.
And this was a cross-river matchup. St. Mary's was on the road at O'Fallon. Panthers up first. Nice pass to Almanzo Jackson. Weaves his way into the end zone. A little bit of a shove for an O'Fallon touchdown. Fans got to love that one. How about a little bit of trickery here, though? O'Fallon is going to pull out the fake extra point, and Cash Brown cashes in, taking the 2-point conversion all the way to the bank.
Oh, I see what you did.
You know what, Corey? We tried. The Dragons were strong on the road, though. Kingston Miles takes this one in for a St. Mary's touchdown as the Dragons top O'Fallon 33-21.
Tackle Hunger 4, sponsored by Neighbors Credit Union, your neighbor for life.
It's another Tackle Hunger Friday night, and for week 3, we had 3 schools in the mix: Lindbergh, Ladue, and Visitation Academy. It's always the more the merrier here to help tackle hunger. The students at Lindbergh were out in force to help tackle hunger this week. They had those blue bins out. We're filling them with all sorts of non-perishable items for Operation Food Search. And this was an opportunity these kids took seriously.
I think it's really important for students like us to collect food like this because there's a lot of people out there that don't really have the capabilities to be able to purchase stuff like this, and having students like us being able to purchase them for them really makes a big impact on our community, and that's a big thing here at Lindbergh, that we really care about our community.
All right, here is the final tally. Lindbergh was able to get the edge in week 3. However, look at the showing from Visitation, who wanted to be included in Tackle Hunger. They might not have a football team on the field to battle, but they sure showed up to help tackle hunger. A big thanks to all the schools who participated. Hey, let's go to the game between Ladue and Lindbergh. The Flyers led 3-0 in the second quarter. Carter Holmes is going to pick this one off, and guess what? There he goes, 65 yards, all the way for the score, and a 10-0 lead for the Lindbergh Flyers. Less than 30 seconds now in the half. Watch Ladue's Joshua Wesley finding a lane. That's good for a 6-yard touchdown. 10-7 at halftime. Fourth quarter now. Lindbergh hoping to put this one away, but Ladue's Emmett McIntosh intercepts the pass to put those thoughts to bed. Next play, Jack Hensley going to find Maddox Wolf. He gets through the defense. This is going to be a 48-yard touchdown as Ladue goes on the road and wins 14-10.